Okay, in this tutorial we're going to show you how to set up Filezilla, which is an FTP program, which stands for File Transfer Protocol. It's a free software that you need to log into your hosting account. The one I like to use is called Filezilla. Again, it's a free program. Just type in Filezilla, go to Google, you can find it under the download section, and pick your operating system, which for most people is Windows, and you'll be able to download an execute file. I happen to have it already installed on my computer, so follow the instructions, and once it is installed, then you'll be able to open it up and we can go from there. Okay, so you can see we have Filezilla pulled up here, and what you notice are there's 4 windows. And on the right-hand side is the remote site, and the left-hand side is your local computer. So the top window here shows you basically your root file, and gives you just a little bit more information on how to navigate from the lower window, which is where you're going to be doing most of your transferring. So on the left-hand side, you can see is all the documents on my computer, and you can also I'll go to my web marketing folder, and I'll go to some websites. So here's some of my websites in here, and what you'll be doing is when you click on one of these, I'll just click on my chocolate site, for instance, and then when you click on the chocolate site, here's everything that's inside the chocolate folder there. So just gives you a 2-tiered visual approach on how to look at it. So when you signed up for your hosting account, your host provider will have given you an FTP account setting in the email that they sent you right after you set your account up. It'll give you the host username and password to log in. I happen to have mine in there already in this hosting account. And what it does is in the site manager, so what you can do, you can either use the Quick Connect. Here it would put the host username and password that they gave you from your hosting account, hit Quick Connect, or like I have it set up here in Site Manager. So the tab on the left is a quick pull down to Quick Connect with any of the hosts that you have set up in your file manager. If you click on the icon itself, it will open your Site Manager, and this is where you can put in the information that you need to your FTP site. So it'll save your settings, and you can see I have 4 hosting accounts, and it'll save the settings for each one. Enter your number, login type. Generally it's normal, sometimes it could be secure. Most of the time it's going to be normal. Your username, your password, in this case my host happens to be the IP address of my cPanel rather than the actual URL. So once you have those in there, you can see I've opened the D9 panel, and so here's my D9 server and all the files on my server. Most of the time, all of your files are going to be under the public HTML folder. If you're trying to transfer some files, you can use the public FTP folder for files that do not require any security settings, free to download, transferring large files, that kind of stuff. So you can give people access to your public FTP folder if you're trying to transfer some larger files, which just make it easier for people. So if we go to the public HTML folder, I have, here's all the files that I have on my server for each of my websites. And if I wanted to transfer anything, so here's all my chocolate files. If I went into the same double click under my chocolate site on my server side, then here's into the WordPress folder. So here's all my WordPress files, and if I say I wanted to upload a plugin, if I wanted to upload a plugin to here, plugins are under WordPress content, and themes, plugins, so I'd go under plugins. Here's all the plugins that I happen to have on this particular site, and then I could go back to my server over here, go to WordPress, here's my plugin folder, here's all the plugins over here, so I could just drag and drop the plugins that I want over here. So for this instance, I have WordPress Unique. I'll bring this over here. Don't drag and drop it onto a folder. It'll drop it into that folder. So you want to drop it outside that folder. In this case, it's already in there, so it'll come up with an error saying, do you want to override, and give you the options of what you want to do. I'm just going to cancel just to give you the point because I don't have the, and in this case I don't have, it's already in there, so I'm just going to hit cancel and not actually transfer it over there. So that's the basics of how to use Filezilla, and it's probably one of the easier. They're all basically the same. I just happen to use this one because it's very simple and easy to use.